According to the map, we're getting closer. I hope the library will have information about assembling the amulet to destroy Ford and his gang. Here it is! We made it!
Lisa, take a look around and try finding a way into the library. I'll scout the area to see if there are any ghosts nearby. If I see anything, I'll give you a signal.
Please, don't use the amulet. Wait, you look so much like my wife. You must be my great-granddaughter. Don't be scared. I can prove it to you. Look. Your name's Lisa? It's wonderful to meet you, even under these circumstances. You've turned out to be a courageous young woman. I'm here to help you stop Ford and his gang. If he raised an entire city from the water, then he's planning something extremely dangerous. My friend Alexander and I once came up with a plan to save Greenbush from Ford. Alexander was the local librarian and the only one who could decipher the shaman's scrolls. He helped me find the amulet you're wearing now. He also learned that the shamans used magical crystals for their amulets and rituals. He said he found one and hid it in a secret room in the library. Unfortunately, I don't know where it is. Let's try to find it and restore your amulet. Well, it appears time hasn't been kind to the bookshelves. Hopefully that won't stand in the way of your search. Here's Alexander's secret room. I'm sure he hid the crystal he found somewhere around here, and I bet he encrypted information on where to find the other crystals. We should search carefully. Keep in mind, Alexander was a secretive guy and a big fan of hiding places. So, be attentive. I'll be in the library looking for anything we might have missed.
After hearing that Morgan found the shaman's amulet, Ford set out to find it. Along the way, he learned that Morgan had befriended a librarian who was helping him study the ancient scrolls. However, Ford only found the librarian in the library, who refused to disclose the amulet's location despite the bandits' threats. Then Morgan suddenly appeared and tried convincing Ford that the rumors about them finding the amulet were false. He again pleaded for Ford to leave Greenbush alone, but this only enraged Ford, who struck him and threatened him with death if he stood in his way. That's when Morgan and the librarian knew they had no choice but to turn Ford and his gang into ghosts. It was the only way to save the town, including the love of Morgan's life and the child she was carrying.
Well done. You found one of the crystals and the location of the next one. I know this place. It's the Shaman's Sanctuary. We can only get there through the abandoned railway station. And Lisa, Ford's gang found us. Quick, run to the station. I'll hold them off.
Morgan! Oh. Oh no, it looks like the wagon's broken. I need to fix it to get to the Shaman's Sanctuary. I've got a clue about the sanctuary's exact location in the forest. This little wagon will quickly get me there. Oh, the wagon almost tipped over. Good thing I stopped in time so I can continue on foot.
Morgan wasn't sure how the amulet would work and decided to play it safe. Before turning Ford and his gang into ghosts, he evacuated the town along with his beloved. Then he arranged a meeting with Ford at the Greenbush Dam. After luring Ford and his gang into his trap, Morgan used the amulet, but its power proved so strong that it destroyed the dam. As he fell into the water, Morgan realized there was no escape for him. So he smashed the amulet into pieces to prevent Ford from regaining his human form. Morgan, Ford, and his gang became prisoners of the sunken Greenbush. A lake formed in its place, and the former residents, including Morgan's wife, established the town of Emberton on its shores. They vowed never to speak of Ford again, believing that his spirit craved revenge, and they were right.
Lisa, did you find out where the shamans hid another crystal? Great. I know that place. Head back to the wagon at the station, and from there, it's not far to the cave. By the way, I met your friend Jesse. He seems like a good guy. I'll tell him to come to the cave, and I'll try to confuse Ford's gang's tracks so they won't find you.
Lisa, I finally found you. I met Morgan. He told me he's your great-grandfather and sent me to meet you here. What an amazing story. Morgan said we need to find the last crystal to defeat Ford. You sure it's in this cave? Great. I'll take a look around. Maybe I'll find something to help us open the entrance. I heard some noise while I was searching the area, but I see you managed to handle the ghost without me. Well, yeah. I didn't want to burden you with all the information about my illness. I understand I acted foolishly, but we have more important things to worry about. We need to defeat Ford ASAP. Did you find the dynamite? Great! Let's use it to blow up this obstruction. By the way, I found this near the cave. Let's go there quickly. Quick, let's search the cave for the last crystal.
During his imprisonment in Greenbush, Ford sought a way to regain his body and exact revenge. He learned that he could only become human again by finding all the pieces of the amulet that Morgan had discarded and putting them back together. But that's not all. Ford also found out he needed to perform a ritual that required both the amulet and the blood of his enemy or their descendants. He must spill it onto the amulet at sunset at the highest point of Greenbush, the town hall. After that, Ford will be able to partially regain his human form. But to sustain its owner's life, the amulet requires innocent souls. And that will make Ford a threat not just to Emberton's residents, but also to everyone else.
Lisa, forgive me. Ford kidnapped me because he thought I was Morgan's descendant. But then he saw your family resemblance and realized you're the one he needs. That time when the amulet protected you from him. He promised to cure me if I brought him the assembled amulet and obtained a drop of your blood. I didn't have a choice, Lisa. It's just one drop.
How naive can you be? You're you. I use you. Now I'll finally perform the ritual and regain my human form. But you'll still be useful to me.